everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to get a luminous looking skin. So in this winter time, I'm from Canada and it gets very cold, so that means that my skin gets dried out super easily in the winter. So I don't like to use any matte products because they make my skin look even more dried out and cracky. So I'm going to do a mini tutorial on how you can get a luminous looking skin even in the winter when your skin is the most dry as possible. So the first thing that I did off camera was I just toned my face with my Marcel micellar water. I just clean my face, make sure that there's no extra makeup or anything. So the next thing that you want to know when trying to achieve luminous skin is you need to have a good skincare as your base. If you don't have a good skincare routine, your base is not there, and when you put the product on you will look dried out. So the most hydrating and most moisturized you can get your skin will help achieve this luminous look in the end. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my face with the MAC Fix Plus. This just helps give extra moisture to the skin. Next thing I'm going to do is take my MAC Prep and Prime oil stick. So it just looks like this. And what I really like about this is that it is a stick formula, so it's not anything liquid. You can really pinpoint the areas that are the driest to you. So for me, my dry areas is my chin, around the edge of my mouth, and the corners of my nose in the wintertime. So any parts that I see are flaky, I'm just going to go in with the stick, apply it, and then blend it in afterwards. So now I'm just going to go in with my fingers and just make sure that it blends into the skin. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Skin Booster Vitamin Shot Hydrating. This, I'm like halfway done the bottle. I found a huge difference in my skin when using this. It really makes my skin look not dry. It gives it like all the extra moisture that it needs. So I do go a couple days without using it and I can really tell that my skin just dries out. So this really helps. It's really worth the money. I'm going to go in with my Neutrogena Hydroboost cream for extra dry skin. Put that all over my face. The one thing that you want to know when you're trying to achieve a luminous looking skin, if you have dry skin, you really want to avoid any products that are powder. So in this video I'm going to use a cream contour, cream highlight, etc. just to minimize the look of like cakey, powdery, like super dried out skin. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is a primer. So I have two primers. I have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty one. This is the one I'm going to use today, but I wanted to bring up this primer. It's from Wet n Wild. It's the Photo Focus Face Primer Dewy. So I'm just going to put it on my hand and show you guys what it does. So it's just beige, and you blend it in, and it gives like a super luminous effect. So if you put that under your foundation, it's really going to give you like a nice glowy look. However, I go in with a MAC Strobe cream after my primer, so that is why I'm going to avoid using this one, and you'll find out about this in a second. So I am going to go in with my e.l.f. primer. So now that I have my primer on, my skin is feeling really good. So the next product I'm going to talk about is the MAC Strobe Cream. So this has a formula kind of like a moisturizer. Hi buddy. here. So this is a formula like a moisturizer, and when you rub it in, the one that I have has gold reflex. You can really see like that glowiness. So I'm gonna put this all over my face. This product, I really enjoy using it because underneath your foundation, there's so much glow to it. It just looks super natural. They have this one in gold, which is what I prefer. If not, they have one that has peach specks, and I think there's a silver one. There may be a fourth, but I'm not too sure. It's not too pricey either, and it looks good in the winter and in the summer. So I apply this with a flat foundation brush. So I just squirt some out on my hand. I apply it on my brush and I'll literally just like paint it on. So now, as you can see, I have applied it all over my face, and you can see that it's like super glowy, very like fresh and healthy looking. So now we are going to go on to the foundation. So the one I'm going to use today is the MAC Studio Sculpt SPF 15 in NW20. This is a semi-luminous foundation. The one that I really like for like extreme luminosity is the MAC Face and Body. This one is a very light coverage foundation, so this is why I'm not using it, because I like a more medium to full coverage foundation. But if you're someone who likes light foundations, the Face and Body has like extreme luminosity. It looks beautiful. I worked with it a lot when I was in makeup school. So this one was my runner-up because it is a semi-luminous foundation. So I wet my beauty sponge. It is the Jeffree Star X Morphe beauty sponge. It's kind of like falling apart. It's so sad. So I'm just gonna go and put that all over my face. So this is what my skin looks like after I've applied the foundation. I normally do like one full coat, and then I go in and add extra coverage on the places where I feel need it. The one thing I want to say about having a luminous looking skin is that if you have any imperfections like acne, or in my case I'm always like super rashed on my chin, it will accentuate it the slightest bit. So just keep that in mind. So now that my foundation is all over, I will go in with the Nars Gradient Creamy Concealer. I don't really have a concealer that's extremely dewy or anything. I just take any one that I have. And I'm just gonna go in very slightly with it. The less product, the better the outcome. Not forgetting to blend out my Cupid's bow this time. So now that my concealer is all blended in, when you're doing luminous skin, like I said, you want to use the less amount of powders possible. However, you do need to go in and set your concealer. If not, it will crease. So I'm gonna go in with the Becca Hydro Mist one again because it has that water base, so it won't look too drying. I'm just gonna go in and put a little bit of the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme on my lips. Basically what it does is it makes a super tingling feeling, but it plumps your lips up, and I like the illusion of having bigger lips because mine are kind of tiny. So I'm going to go on and just apply a little bit, and it gives a glossy effect. PSA, if you have chapped lips, this hurts a little bit more than usual, especially in your cracks. But it's okay. Beauty is pain. So now for contour, I have two favorite products that I like to use. I like this NYX Wonder Stick. It comes with a kind of like concealer, highlighter, and it comes with your sculpting brown. So I use this one a lot, but now I've kind of transferred over to the Huda Beauty Contour in the shade Fair. This is what it looks like. For today, I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty one, and I use this angled side of my double-ended Makeup Forever brush. You dip into this product slightly. I'm telling you, this stuff goes so far with such little product. So now that we have an even application of the contour, if you want, you can go in and put a little bit of concealer underneath your jawline, and this will really help make the sharper looking jawline. I don't like that. I like to keep it fairly natural, so I'm just gonna keep it the way that I have it right now. So I am not gonna apply blush because I don't have a cream blush, and I really don't want to add powder because my face is looking super dewy, super luminous, and I don't want to add powder to like contradict this whole look. So the next step I'm going to go to is highlight. The only one that I have that is cream is this NYX Strobe of Genius. It's like a holographic highlight. And I used to be obsessed with holographic highlights. It's the only thing I used to wear, so like going back to that time. So I'm going to put that on my cheekbones, a little bit on the tip, and spread it up, and on my cupid's bow. And I'm gonna do it in a dabbing motion. And then if you want, you can go and tap with your finger. Once again with the MAC Fix Plus, and then I will put my setting spray on, put on a lip gloss because glosses always make the look extra fresh and healthy looking. And this time I'm going to press the MAC Fix Plus in to make sure that the moisture really gets locked in. I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. You can go in with a setting spray that has a dewy finish. I know that Milani makes one. I have not tried it yet. I don't like to try too many setting sprays at the same time, so I'll always do like one bottle, wait until I finish it, and then try a new one. So just because I feel like having a little bit of fun and adding some color, I'm gonna put on like this hot pink ColourPop lippy pencil in the shade I Heart This. I'm gonna go in with the lip gloss from MAC. This is a super like juicy looking lip gloss. I love it. So this is the final look that I have for my dewy skin tutorial. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you can follow along, and if you have dry skin, I hope this can help you achieve a luminous looking skin and not a dry looking skin. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and go subscribe if you haven't already. Bye, have a great Sunday. See you next week.